Sagittarius, welcome back to my channel, SHAESTAROT. Of course, like, comment, and subscribe. Also, do not forget to just check out this new project or this new video basically I put out with 3 other exceptional, very generous and loving readers. I definitely think you should check it out if you are starting your spiritual journey or becoming a tarot reader or anything like that. If you want advice and hear people's stories and stuff like that, I definitely and highly recommend you check out our video, which is on my channel. Subscribe to everyone, like everyone. They are all open to bookings and readings, including me. Now, back to what we got going on today. No zodiac readings this month because, for one, obviously by the title, it is Mercury retrograde. So, honestly, if you really expect to get a zodiac video out of me for this month, no. And I have Mars in Taurus, and Mars is in Taurus. I'm a Taurus sun and a Taurus moon. But we are going to give a collective reading. Make sure to please check your houses of where Mercury is in your house. I have Mercury in my 4th house, and I feel like this Mercury retrograde is not always about things going hectic. Sometimes, Mercury retrograde or retrogrades really are helping repair what we kind of left behind, really help tie loose ends and really give us that change to new and get rid of old. This is your test. Of course, check your house for what where Mercury is in that house. Of course, if you don't know, I will be happy to help as well. Just message me or DM me. Honestly, I do it for a small fee, like $5-10 bucks to tell you where Mercury retrograde is going to affect you in at home. So let's get started. For this Mercury retrograde that will end February 21st. Today for this reading, of course, I'm going to use my oracle decks today, right? So it's getting crazy, right? So starting off, okay, Mercury retrograde has already begun. We've been about a weekend from what I recall. So right now, I'm not surprised that a lot of you are in this incubation state, especially, of course, with the way things are going on around here. There's not a problem with you. You're not cutting people off. Okay, collective, you're not cutting people off, but you're just retracting yourself and retracting your energy for this retrograde. If you've been feeling very seclusive, very introverted, it's not a surprise. It seems like it was a moment where you need to recollect yourself and really come back into your way, really fulfill off your energy. It's been too much energies exchanging. This really has tired you out. So it was throwing you off. So for a lot of you, you could have been thrown off by so much energy that you just been interacting with. Just so much has been going on. Like I said, you have been extending yourself a lot for people. You've really been there for a lot for people, but it's kind of more feeling it's time to be there for yourself and really understand what is guiding you next and what you have to do next in life. And this is giving that 6th house energy in the beginning of really finding that balance, really getting that consistency back in your life, because it feels like a lot of you have missed that or lacked that consistency. Maybe you have picked up a sort of new routine and schedule that you really didn't mean to pick up in a way, but now you're ready to put this routine back down. Because too much has been whispering you away. It's like you've been too much of tending to other people, what other people have going on. But it's like now it's back to tend to yourself. It's back time to tend to yourself and really work on containing. And even I wouldn't be surprised with a lot of you, because I am getting money with the containment as well with Cauldron. We have a lot of coins in that. So retaining back to yourself, really focus on what you have to do when using your guidance and really focusing on really running the bag up. If anything, you're just kind of running your money up. You're really just trying to make sure what's all this going on is that you're really trying to make sure you're stable, because there's no point of you being out and about and really helping all these people out and extending yourself and you have nothing left to extend. You have nothing even left for yourself to give. So that's not going to happen. So before you even got on that last limb, you decided to just retract yourself for a moment. People stopped getting replies from you. And that's this crazy thing too lately with this retrograde. A lot of people are taking internet breaks. So I really don't see you really interacting too much on the internet. If anything, is more in privacy of DMs or something like that. And it's crazy because I've been doing that lately as well. You're just really making sure you retract a lot of you from extending forward in front of the public. It seems like a lot of just bringing things back into your privacy, into your life, taking a lot of eyes off of you for this retrograde going on right now. Like I said, you're definitely just using that guidance. You're making sure not to keep interacting with too many people. It's too much going on. And it's crazy because during retrograde, people always think about arguments, and arguments do happen as well too. But people also don't think about Mercury retrograde is Mercury is our mind and our voices. It's like the Geminis. Geminis are full of thinking and talking. Even though, yes, Virgo is also ruled by that sign as well. So this could be a therapeutic thing as well. I would not knock completely off the scale, because this is very therapeutic as well. This is some moment of just making sure you are repaired in some areas in your life that you kind of just left there for a moment till you came back. This is coming back into your true feelings. Making sure, collective, that you are coming back to your true feelings. Really remembering the God is who you really are, the power that you really have. You have a lot of power. For you to help all these people, that's a lot of power as it is. Like they say, the healer needs healing too. And that is what's happening right now. Not seeing, and we're not even talking about the same type of healing, because people think healing, you're always healing for something. But you're always working to just keep repairing things, keep moving on for things, making sure things are really concrete. So you're just trying to figure out where people's intentions are at, where you are going, what intentions are you trying to put out there. It's really in this moment of really trying to working on what you want to pray for, what you want to ask for, what you want to manifest next. And a lot of you will get a sign that it's time to clear out a lot of things. It's time to clear out maybe the people that you're talking to, clear out the energy. It's just feeling like a lot of clearing out your energy. It's like you retracted, but at the same time, you're saving your energy, almost like in a like you're just keeping your hands behind your back, but as well you're making sure you're cleaning house, you're cleaning up around you. And it's crazy because after that you get the cleansing card for water. So if you allow, you're surprised if you somehow get off to a seclusive point where you are using water to refresh yourself, please make sure you stay hydrated. That is a lot of staying hydrated, because I don't know why. It's just a lot of water. Water is like baptism. It's really flushing yourself out. So that's why I said it's a lot of cleaning. It's a lot of cleaning house. It's a lot of, and you could be even just cleaning your room, just cleaning things up, really just getting life back in order, which is funny because you do have the balance in reverse, collective. So like I said, all of this is pertaining to pulling that balance back, giving yourself back to that root, really getting back down to yourself, into your hobbies, such as, you never know, hobbies that you have done that you haven't really tapped into, things that you have slacked off on because you've been so caught up in the real world, the real realm of what's just going on. It's an overload. That's why I feel like social media is not a thing you care about. I mean, and I'm not saying you cared about it before, but it has been a place where you have fun and stuff like that. But also it's just been very hectic at the same time, where it's like you're having fun on the internet, but then you're seeing conflict, because a lot of conflict is happening and it's not making this fun. So you're only willing to come up here, if you even want to log on, you're only willing to come up here to get something very positive, very informative, and also educational at the same time. But it's not no heavyweight. You are not in the mood for heavyweight things right now. You have done or dealt with enough heavyweight things where you are just like, I just want to relax. And this is like also, like I said, 6th house, 4th house energy as well. I'm not really feeling 5th house that you really want to have fun too much. I'm really getting that more of the fun is being introverted right now. Everyone is turning very introverted. But at the same time, it's like they're keeping their distance. You're keeping that love, that space. Like, hey, I'm still here for you, but don't come looking for me. Because also you're making sure you watch your words. You're really trying to, like I said, repair and make it. And Mercury retrograde, like I said, is thinking and talking. So like I said, a lot of mental repairing energy going on here, dealing with your thoughts, dealing with yourself, dealing with just everything that's flying by. So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you start journaling again, leaving the internet to really go journal, to really write down stuff, really put something on paper, really put something out there. This is the moment where I wouldn't be surprised a lot of you in the collective are going to disappear and then come back with a lot of achievements or a lot of updates that you have done this, and that. But it's almost like once you come back out with this announcement of updates or a known of updates, that this is where it really solidifies things. Like, so like I said, this is more of a working, repairing moment. Nothing is solidified. I wouldn't even be surprised. Like, you're being very careful on what you are solidifying, which you, as you should, you definitely should. This is also a point where, I'm not gonna lie to you, collective, that some people might take this personal that you dipped off on them, and you're not ghosting them necessarily. Like I said, you're just really tending to your life because you haven't had time to do it. Really going back to yourself. Like I said, that grounding, 4th house pops up again. So 4th house continue to pop up. If it's time to stay home, if some of you have been out, even working, if it's time for that mental day off, get those mental days off. You deserve those mental days off. So I'm not saying necessarily lie, but for some of you, you're going to make a little white lie because some of you are actually dealing with some mental issues. Some of you are really trying to beat depression. Depression is creeping upon some of you, so you know how to deal with this. This is something that it's not a routine, but you're not surprised by these feelings. It's almost like it was time to go into the womb, go back into the womb, go back into the home, go back into your past, all things domestic, and really reground yourself. There's nothing, you always will have to reground yourself, because sometimes you might lose your touch and you'll not understand why everything is out of whack, but then you understand why everything is out of whack because you just need to come home and you just need a peace, serenity, breather. So don't be surprised when some of your unions are causing you issues, or feeling like you're restrained. And it's crazy because you got the feeling restrained, the goddess of 10,000 names. So if you're feeling restrained by royal identity or name, this is like the moment where you're going to grow beyond that. You're going to get out of that. You're really getting out of this label. You're not, like I said, you're always there for people, but you are being tired of labeled as the helper. It's going from healer to helper, and it's not sounding the same because you were not a helper. You can be an assistant, but you're not an assistant. So you're sensing that things are calling greater for you guys. You guys are really working on growth, really growing beyond that, making sure you stay true to yourself, but also continue to expand upon yourself, almost like a flower. I love to say that all the time. So expanding means if you gotta cut a couple, leaves off your stem, that could be friends, that could be a relationship as well for some of you. Because like I said, unions are breaking apart, are spreading apart. This is where some of these people that you have been thinking about that might basically drip out of your life. This is some final points where some people actually do drip out of your life, but it's not a bad thing. It's just gonna naturally happen, and you're not gonna have to say anything. And be sure not to get into any conflict. Do not let anybody bully you into speaking to them when you're just trying to deal with stuff on your own. People have to be considerate. You have to remember where you're paralyzed. The paralyzed within you, they have power, but you do too, and people have to remember that. So yes, you're almost like the giving tree, but you're not gonna keep giving, and then there's nothing left on the giving tree, and then the tree begins to die. We do not want that to happen, collective. So this is where, like I said, you're resetting boundaries, reaffirming boundaries. You already have boundaries here. Just things that almost like I said, everything has slacked off. Almost like boundaries have been overstepped, but it wasn't overstepped where when it was being overstepped before this retrograde that you would typically might get into an argument with this person, fuss them out. But it's more of a reaffirming boundaries, like, hey, I let you overstep long enough. I'm gonna show you what boundaries are. This is what's really giving me, like, your silence, your actions are gonna speak louder than words for you during this Mercury retrograde, and you definitely should let that speak for you during this Mercury retrograde. Do not let nobody, like I said, bully you into anything. Do not let them bully you into coming out of your shell. It is time to hibernate. And with the ethos, and it's crazy, with the ethos in reverse, and we have healer in reverse, like I said, you're just working on really repairing yourself, getting back to that true green of yourself, the natural and centric you know who you really are, really enjoying yourself, connecting with yourself, reconnecting with earth, reconnecting with you. So you might find yourself, like I said, really secluded or seclusive, and just being in your own world again, enjoying your shadow self. Your shadow self, I know it can be controversial, but your shadow self is not a bad self. This is why you embrace your shadow self, because it's unconditional love. This is the unconditional love and wisdom, and they all are extremely high vibration. And it's crazy that your power is very at a high vibration. You are having deep soul awakenings of anything spiritual gifts that you have, and then maybe the gifts that you do have that are talents. Pay extra attention to everything that you have going on during this Mercury retrograde, because something significant is taking place at a spiritual level for you at this time. So it's like God is working his magic. Your ancestors are working that magic. They are here for you. That's why I'm saying stay true to your guidance. You do have tarot cards as guidance upright as well, collective. So I wouldn't be surprised a lot more of you end up getting a reading. Hey, check me out. I wouldn't be surprised a lot more of you end up calling a guardian that has really someone from home that can really keep you on track. Someone who's really your biggest guiding in your life, or things that are your biggest guidance in life. Stick true to that and hold on to that. This is about you getting, like I said, getting back into that ritual. I do have the ritual card in reverse, so you gotta make sure you get back into rituals. And what's funny, for my other deck, you have magic and rituals. How crazy. So, affecting the external world can be created through inner practice. Heart-centered ritual can support your inner path in the physical world. You are encouraged to enhance your power with regular practice as you grow in grace, love, ability, and wisdom. Applying your inner beauty to transform your outer world. See, like I said, it's not a bad thing. If someone feels some type of way about you going into incubation mode, wonder why they're upset, because they want you to, like I said, always to be there, and that's just not going to happen. Sometimes people got to learn how to be there for themselves once in a while. You cannot be dependent on everyone. People have their own problems too that some people are going to have to learn, because you're trying to work on moving past these abilities. Like right now, it says, do not assess your current ability based on past standards, as they no longer apply to you. You are stronger and more powerful now than you have been before. You need to learn afresh what you are capable of. Isis, or aka Mother Mary, she helps you now. You have that assistance from God, from the gods, from your ancestors. They are here to help you. Trust that you are doing, as long as your intentions are right, and you do have the intention right up for you guys. So as long as your intentions are right and you're clearing who needs to be cleared out, what will be the actual problem? If anyone's causing you an actual problem, like I said, because they do not want to go into incubation themselves, people feel like you should be on the same pace as them, and you do not have the same life as them. And exactly, the flower of life, you are entering a fertile period of your life. You are guided to think of yourself as a creative being and to surrender your control over how things will manifest, and instead allow them to do so. Don't resist change. Instead, go with the flow and let it happen. That is time. Now it is time for your blossoming. That's why cocoon, didn't I say it? What I say? And I said like a flower. I'm telling you guys. Hermit mode. It is hermit mode time. You always, there's nothing wrong with hermit modes. We all have them and we all need them. The last message I got for you guys for this Mercury retrograde is the Eye Haru. The Eye Haru brings you divine perception, protection, and insight. You are gifted with certain spiritual abilities, including divine sight, that are awakening and growing now. You have much divine support and protection that you may grow your abilities and serve others with your divine gifts. Trust your perception and know that you are divinely protected. Just like I said, trust what you are seeing, trust what you are feeling. What is the reason you went into hermit mode for? To retract, to be able to see what, let me take a step. This is the moment where collective, you are taking that step back and be like, whoa, let me see what's going on here. Look at things from another perspective, because you've been all up in it. So take yourself out of it and be able to see what's really going on here and where is everything going. Let's slow down. Hit that Mars and Taurus. Hit that Mars and Taurus and really slow down and really see what's going on, and how when you eventually do step back in, that you're stepping into some fresh fertile dirt. And which is so crazy, because I swear you do have something about the fertile period in your life. So this is the fertile dirt that you're just digging up and ready to plant new seeds in. We're always planting new seeds in our mind and in our life and in our path. So that is what you're doing right now, collective. Definitely working on gaining that bag. Really working on dropping who needs to be dropped even more. And you're already thinking, dang, my circle is already small enough. How many more people do I gotta drop? I swear, I guess you're always gonna have to drop someone, huh? And it's not always because people are like bad people, but some people, like I said, codependency. Some people use you as a drug. Some people are way too dependent on you. So do not let that get you caught up. Like I said, it's going to teach them to depend on themselves, independency for them, but also teach you how to really depend on yourself even more too, to know that you don't always have to extend that arm, that your extension right now is done. It's a deadline, okay? And the extension will open back up when you're ready to open that back up. And that's after that retrograde is over, I'm pretty sure. So, yes, collective. I hope you enjoyed for the month of February all the way to February 21st. You will be in incubation mode dealing with stuff like this. So if you're on the other end of this, like I said, you're going to be learning about independency and stop codepending on people, because these people are going into hermit mode. These people deserve, rightfully so, to do that. So yes, so I hope you guys enjoy. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. And of course, if you would like a reading, of course, book with me. I'm always open for readings right now. So thank you guys, and I'll see you later.